straight, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, here up in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come on with a dank. Scrolling that tank. Rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodward Sports. Make sure you smash the like button. For myself, Spencer Raxter, I am joined by Easy. You're too short to even get in the shot. It just shows your head. I also have Nick, Caleb, and Chris in the building with me. We got a lot to talk about today. We are redoing our power rankings after a week 1 slugfest in the NFL. Easy's got to put the hot dog suit on.
If Spinny pays the pizza bet, I don't smell pizza.
What pizza bet?
Jack Campbell.
That wasn't paid for already with nooners or drinks or anything like that?
No, because it's a pizza bet.
So you're protesting the suit right now? You're not going to put it on?
Until we get our pizza, yeah.
See, this is what it
That's
is.
blasphemy, and I'm bringing the pizza Friday.
Not wearing the suit.
We did a whole season of suits and hot dog suits wearing.
If I lose next week, I'm not wearing
it.
it.
Clearly communicated
Yes.
last night in the group text. You responded.
When?
You read it. So you're not allowed to play bets, but I got to. What's up?
I wore that suit last year.
I'm talking about the pizza.
Everybody wore that suit
I
last year.
wore a suit too last year. I'm talking about the pizza.
Yeah, so why aren't you wearing it now?
Because, Spinny, if we're paying bets, I would like the pizza, yo. You know,
You don't owe me anything.
You help Caleb out.
So now we got to go back and look through every single bet that's ever been made on the show and has been paid for.
No, that hurts my feelings that you don't think I could have came up with that
Yeah,
myself.
he's being soft right now.
I wouldn't have came up with that myself.
I'm just saying, it's crazy for one guy who was
It's
clearly
not one
communicated
guy.
to.
We've all worn this suit. It's a
not.
different thing.
No. It's
Yes,
crazy for
this
one
is
guy
what it is. It's a different thing.
who's not paid up on his bet to be sitting here. This is the definition of a hypocrite.
Okay, then you can pay me back for the high noons that I bought a
And it
couple
was-
times.
and it was
You
clearly
can pay me back for other
communicated.
things that I bought a couple times.
Pay me back for other things too. We both bought things. Well, I mean, that means nothing.
Why are you being soft about this? Just put the
It
hot
was
dog
clearly
suit. You
communicated.
lost.
If there's a pizza, then a hot dog suit would be worn because we're paying bets.
He's being soft right now.
Nick's pizza bet's not due to Friday.
I'm confirmed bringing one Friday.
Yeah.
But
Because why not have pizza on a Friday? I feel like that's good. We
man.
send it on
You're right.
Fridays. Let's do it right.
just saying.
No,
Nick,
you don't have to. Don't bring it in Friday.
Yeah, Nick, I have a hypothetical though. If you were on a show and they did, like, if you had to give
Hold on, you
picks,
guy. You shut your filthy
Whoa, why?
fucking mouth.
Why? Whoa, why?
This is between me and this guy. All right.
No,
This
this
was
is
between me
between
and
you
this
and
guy.
yourself.
Gave you the number,
Look at
and
this
I
guy.
clearly communicated last night in the group text. Not clearly communicated. Hey, Spinny.
I'm
bring
not
that
going
suit.
to.
Matter
So
of fact,
quit asking.
it was in the prep sheet, and I see you took it out.
Yeah. It said Trop Smoothie. Why would I buy Trop Smoothie?
I said pizza or Trop Smoothie. You had an option there.
I'm not buying either.
I'm not where it's. Hey, you
then
don't pay bets, I ain't
then
paying
we
bets.
just won't do Pick'em this year.
I mean, we'll do pick 'em.
So let's talk about something else then. Braylon Edwards, our very own Braylon Edwards, is in a lawsuit suing the Big Ten
$50 million.
and college for literally $50 million.
$50 million.
Are you serious?
He is in it with
The Big Ten Network,
the
is
Big
it?
Ten Network and college football.
Denard Robinson's also.
Denard
doing the same
Robinson
thing,
is
I
in
believe.
it as well. They are doing
that
a class
class
action
action?
lawsuit to the Big Ten and to other properties. Get your bag, Braylon.
For what?
Get your bag. For them, NIL, what it could have been, and them playing their games on the Big Ten Network while not getting paid for it at all. So get your bag, Braylon, because Braylon Edwards, you know how many kids still wear Braylon Edwards jerseys?
Yeah, bro.
Walking around. You know how much money Denard Robinson would have made? It's crazy.
Nah, it's that is bad. I felt bad because Braylon was literally the best college wide receiver at the University of Michigan of all time. He definitely would have made a bag. I don't know if they'll get it, but I'm Team Braylon, so I'm not. That's all I'm really gonna say on it. I hope they win.
I hope they win too.
Just because the NCAA is such a scumbag organization.
Yeah, it is.
It's just the amount of time they did that. Some of the suspensions we've seen. Johnny Manziel, although obviously he's doing some of this stuff too, but he got in trouble for signing his name on an autograph. It's his name to sign.
Yeah.
It's the NCAA is such a scumbag organization, but I guess this sounds specifically like it's the Big Ten, so which they're also kind of scumbaggy too.
That's fair.
So, whatever.
Go get your bag.
The NCAA is scummy. The Big Ten is scummy. Those guys deserve to get all of this money. Like, fuck the NCAA, fuck the Big Ten, dude. Those guys, college football is corrupt as it gets. So,
What do you guys think will happen?
I think they're gonna win. I mean, they have a pretty stone cold case. So,
Oh, this thumbnail
I don't know
is
if they'll
fire.
get all 50 million of it, but
Step
they're gonna
Brothers
get paid
thumbnail.
out for sure. Huh?
This is Step Brothers thumbnail's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it's dope. Shout out
Absolute
Noah.
gas. Yeah. Other thing too, I had something there. I mean, you just took out the hot dog part. I don't know, but the Rams, bro. I mean, sorry, the 49ers. It just doesn't matter who's in there. He's
Yeah.
gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Whether it was Breida the Cheetah. Before then, I think it was a mixed backfield too, with Justin Wilson for a little bit short time too, or Jeffrey Wilson. Obviously, I still think Christian McCaffrey is him. He's really good. Nick called him the White MJ. I mean, you feeling the same way after watching a guy take a spot last night and look almost just as effective? Or
We got an around the league cooked up later. We're
All
gonna
right.
for sure get into that. But yeah, that was impressive from the 7th rounder. I feel bad for the guy. He got kind of thrown in a corner for the post game interview when I don't know if he's gonna get another shot after he might get in trouble.
What
The
happened?
49ers.
is my mic?
They said that it was on Friday. No, you're good. You're getting audio levels. You're good.
They said they can't hear me.
Yeah, because you don't have the suit on.
Oh.
That's what they're saying.
That's cool. I mean, hey, I clearly communicated.
They asked him when
Pizza
he
suit.
knew he was going to be playing, and he said Friday. And like
Friday.
they did not disclose that, to the public. So, and all these bets are coming in on the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, a lot of those things. It wasn't disclosed till when we found out that Chris McCaffrey was going to be out.
Oh, so they knew Friday he wasn't going to play.
This guy knew Friday that he was going to be getting a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
The running back.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense because he was hurt.
He knew.
Yeah, he knew he was getting snaps.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
isn't
what
that?
I'm-
I hate to look at it this way, but isn't that horseshit? Like they have to, like McCaffrey was basically.
He's a game time decision.
That's why. I
Yeah,
think
but it was at 4:30. Like,
Yeah.
and Jordan Mason said he knew on Friday he was gonna play. Like his whole family was there and stuff. Like I don't know, it's kind of.
That he's going to play or that he's going to start?
No, play.
Well, play, yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying start. Yeah, start.
He's going to get the start Friday. He knew?
Yeah, that's what he said in the interview. That's kind of jacked up a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, allegedly, I heard something else too that he might be out next week as well.
Told you.
I
called
told y'all
this.
too.
I had a bad feeling about Christian McCaffrey this year. He's been getting a lot of work, and he was, kind of injury prone in Carolina, and he's getting a lot of snaps, a lot of runs for the 49ers. So I thought this was going to be the year.
You thought this was going to be the year for them to win, or they
No, for Christian McCaffrey to not play games because
Yeah.
he's kind of injury prone and has been getting a lot of snaps and a lot of run with the 49ers and has been healthy the whole time. So I thought this was the year that might catch up to him.
Yeah, and I was just like, initially too, I thought along with him, obviously, I don't want to say falling off a cliff because when healthy, I still think he'll perform as Christian McCaffrey. Just how often is he truly going to be healthy? The thing I thought the 49ers would follow suit in that, especially with Ayuk missing camp. Not at all. I mean, he looked rough at times for sure, but like as a team, I forgot Kyle Shanahan is fucking him. I forget. Did they go to that Super Bowl that first year? Didn't they go without him when they went with Garoppolo, or was he on the team then?
Who?
McCaffrey.
Well, yeah, it was like Tavon Coleman and Raheem Mostert.
Mostert was there.
I think. Yeah, that was like that was like the year. That was when Debo went All Pro.
Yeah.
Or might have been the year before. That's when Kittle was really, really, really good. But yeah, that was with Jimmy G. They lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah, they did.
Chiefs.
He lost to the Chiefs, 27-17.
Let's not give the
I don't know.
49ers all of the shine here. We got to get a little,
No.
little bit of
No.
something to the Jets, Jets,
No.
Jets.
No.
You just hate to see it. Aaron Rodgers looking like an absolute bum at age 40.
Did we
Looking like
really
he was
think that,
still
for real?
tripping on
He
ayahuasca
did not
out
look
in
good.
Egypt. He threw for like 150 yards.
Let's chill.
He looks brutal. Caleb's number one running back in fantasy. Brees Hall didn't
Scored.
look great either.
I mean, he only
Scored,
missed-
fumbled as well.
Let's chill. Nick, you
Just
did
hate
say
to see the downfall of the Jets.
you did say when the Ravens lost, let's chill. So
I did.
let's do the same thing with the Jets. Look, A-Rod looks hurt. He looks like he's not ready to be back out there. But I think they'll be fine. That defense, it might be Saleh, man. I don't know. Saleh might not finish the season as the Jets head coach.
Or the Jets just might be
I think,
overhyped once again.
I don't think Nick. They're playing the 49ers, brother. Like this team was just in the Super Bowl last year.
They're a very good team. They look like horrible
If they
against them.
Aaron Rodgers was 13 of 21. He only missed 8 passes.
Hassan Reddick is gonna make that defense way better, leaps and bounds better than it was yesterday.
Dude, here's the thing with him though, is like you have the attitude thing now on top of just like the money situation. Like, what the hell was that? You know, like Salah probably getting fired. To be honest, I'm with you too, Nick. If they don't make the playoffs this year, like this will have to be. They have to clean their hands with this. Probably the GM as well, if I'm being honest with you, because he's the one that actually made the move. But the part where I'm confused at, because Aaron Rodgers, you could have the rust, right? He didn't play preseason, hadn't played in like over in a year. He's also 40 years old. The defense was supposed to be the part that carried you, though. Mm-hmm. The defense
looked bad. They were getting steamrolled. They could not stop the run. Obviously, with Jordan Mason in there, they couldn't stop the run.
One ass cheek and 3 toes. I would beat
it was
your ass.
embarrassing for them, for sure.
Yeah, they were getting pushed around up front.
Also, I've gave Purdy some shit in the past. He's pretty damn good. I never thought he was, in that upper echelon of quarterbacks. He's a good quarterback. They're gonna continue to win with him, and they're gonna pay him. Purdy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the other part of it. I mean, I know we're doing around the league. I don't know if any of this stuff was in there. He's good.
Yeah.
Like,
Brock Purdy's good.
No more. I mean, obviously he's in a very good system. He's in a great system. He still makes great throws. Yeah. He still extends plays to make those throws. He's good. Brock Purdy's legit.
Yeah.
The disrespect, unless it turns a leaf.
He's got great pocket awareness. He reads defenses extremely well. He finds the gaps in the zones. And it definitely, helps having Kyle Shanahan as a mentor. But, yeah, Brock Purdy. I saw somebody, I think it was Justin Thin, he tweeted, like, unfortunately, it looks like Brock Purdy's Linsanity run is going to last another year.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a Linsanity. It's legit. The Linsanity run actually was crazy, though.
Yeah.
That actually was like, that didn't slow down either. And I think it was an injury that threw him off, or it was actually just like a pocket of time.
It was just, he just got figured out. He only had one move.
Maybe he found another dimension.
It's get hot sometimes with basketball.
But didn't something happen with the knee before it all ended?
I don't know.
The Linsanity run? Winfield out. What's that?
Antoine Winfield is out next week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah!
Ankle, right?
Yeah, he might miss a couple weeks. And we're gonna see. That's gonna help the Lions a lot, especially with Jameson Williams and stuff. But it's I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Excited for the game. Excited to talk some Lions throughout the show today. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. No matter where you are, there's Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, friendly, knowledgeable staff, and a totally judgment-free atmosphere. Did you know that all Planet Fitness memberships include fitness training for no extra cost? You want perks? Upgrade to the Black Card. Enjoy the use of amenities like the hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations around the world. For more information, join today, visit your local Planet Fitness, or go to planetfitness.com.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch Search today. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Guys, if you're dealing with any type of family law issue, contact Kevin and Catherine right here in Birmingham, Michigan at KDK Law. They got your back. Scan the QR code, and you guys can get your first-time filing fees paid, 24/7 availability, 10-plus years experience, 248-971-0476 is KDK Law. Kevin and Catherine, they got your back. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spinmo Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. We got Caleb the Explosive, and you guys know I get in the habit of saying, you know, Spencer Raxer is here amongst us. But you guys see him in the room at all? Bro he really got upset and walked off the set. We don't know where Spinny's going. We don't know when or if he's returning. He get like that sometimes. You know, it is what it is. But the show must go on. And with that being said, by the way, guys, we have a special guest coming on today. I need to get a V-Mix for him as well, Chris, when you get a chance. We had him on beforehand, too. It's Coach DC from All 22 Film. Obviously, you know him as a big Ravens fan. If you don't know who he is, he breaks down the Detroit Lions film study on YouTube. He also does the Ravens. You know, it's kind of cool. The Detroit Lions are just that big, where, like, you had a Baltimore Ravens creator who just completely transitioned to Detroit Lions creator. I mean, he still gets the Ravens in when he does, but the Lions do numbers. All right, and now it's pretty much like a full-time Lions creator breaking down the Detroit Lions film, which I'm excited for because I've heard some stuff today. And I've heard two names for sure. I don't know who the rest are, but I heard some Aiden Hutchinson slander. I heard some Detroit Lions defensive line slander following the performance on Sunday night. Is there a name or person on our network? Flannel Sam was kind of going at him this morning. Was it Ryan Ermanni or was it Neil? Who was he bitching about?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ermanni that mentioned something yesterday. I think he said something about it yesterday, but I am not positive with that because I was not able to catch Eni yesterday.
Of all people, he's the guy that had Aiden in the Heisman race before it even happened.
Yeah. That's why I'm like it can't be him. It can't be him, especially knowing where Aiden Hutchinson went to school. It can't be him.
That's crazy. Did he address the, I guess, back and forth between he and Flannel Sam today, or no? Does he even know?
Yeah, I don't know. But where do you want to go with the conversation?
Well, I guess to Hutch with it.
I'll go. Yeah, I guess specifically, yeah. I kind of want to address that because I know it's more than just Ryan Ermanni. There's got to be Lions fans out there too. I remember this was a narrative last year, and I guess the way I'd like to say it is like the sack. Mm-hmm. I mean, it can be looked at multiple different ways here. I mean, I give you guys, I guess, a way to articulate this. It is the orgasm of defensive football. It's one of them. You can get there too, get an interception. You know, for some people, there's different ways you can reach that climax. But for you know, defensive fans, it is the sacking of the quarterback. Pressures for those fans just seem to be like edging. You know, you can get there, you can enjoy it, it can affect the experience. But if you don't get the sack, you don't finish, and it's no good to them. I mean, where are you guys at with this?
Look, I'm not on this side, but I can see maybe people are frustrated because he's getting there and not taking the quarterback down. But if he got a sack every time he had a pressure or won a pass rush, he would have 12 sacks a game. Yeah. So I mean, he's gonna get his. We know this. He got one when it mattered, last play of the fourth quarter. He's gonna have he's gonna get to the quarterback this year, and he did. He won that many pass rushes this week without DJ Reader commanding so many, double teams. He was getting Aiden Hutchinson was getting chipped every play or double teamed every play. It was, he's gonna get his. Nick?
Yeah, that's where I'm at with this one. I caught a little bit on the flagship. Dan Campbell was interviewed. I definitely wanted to check that out, and he said, Dan Campbell on the pass rush in week 1. You could put 2 high school tackles out there, and we weren't going to get to the quarterback as fast as he was throwing that ball.
I saw that.
Like, that is where I'm at with this. Obviously, nobody was going to put up massive sack numbers in this game. They had a complete game plan, and that was for Matthew Stafford to drop back 2 steps, and get the ball out to guys like Puka before he got hurt and guys like Cooper Kupp. So I am not stressing at all. And the fact that we had so many pressures still with that being the case, and I got a lot of faith between Hutchinson. I'm extremely excited what I saw at Davenport, and we haven't heard anything bad yet about any lingering, injuries or anything about Davenport. Yeah. That's big because we said if he's going to be healthy, he can help out this team big time. So I'm not stressing at all. They had a game plan. Like you said, Sean McVay is one of the best offensive minds in the game. You have a veteran quarterback that's played in that arena, how many times in his career. He knows it's going to be hostile. They had a game plan. That's what they did. I'm not worried at all about this pass rush. I'm actually feeling quite confident going forward.
Right, that's the thing, too. I was kind of talking about it yesterday, and I know the basic or average viewer wouldn't have understood, but that Lions defense looked legit. It looked like the jump that you wanted to make with all the additions they made. Carlton Davis showed out, both in the run game, pass game. Terron Arnold as well. And although he was the weaker link as a rookie, the Detroit Lions defense was there for damn sure. But when it comes to the pass rush, how could you not have realized they were throwing the ball fast as hell? Like right away. And the other thing, too, I saw this. Maybe I'll send this tweet on beforehand, but I guess Matthew Stafford had a shorter release time than Jared Goff. But people bring that up, and they want to brag on the offensive line about it. I remember Broder when we had the conversation about Jordan Love and Jared Goff, and he's like, well, Jared Goff actually has a shorter release time. His offensive line, because that's not the situation. Some offenses are built that way. Tom Brady, one of the things that made him great was his quick release time, especially as he got older in age. You have to be that way. Get in and get it off. You can't be back there running around, giving yourself opportunities to get hurt. Speaking of that, yes, it comes with great opportunities. You can make great plays from it. But look what's going on with the Green Bay Packers right now. Malik Willis is going to have to start a football game for them next week because of Jordan Love's scrambling ability, prolonging the play. You just got to be smart enough to get rid of the ball when it's time to versus taking those sacks or taking those hits. JG stands there and takes the hits, but I feel like they're less – sometimes, I guess, on the run, I feel like you're kind of blindsided in those hits unless you're obviously moving forward and just a tackle at that point. But the sacks, at least, those guys are coming from behind. JG, he'll stand there, deliver it, and hopefully sometimes even get a flag. But – that is sometimes a negative of having those mobile guys, but that's what JG's the offense built for him to go fast. That is no way, I guess, a disrespect or a way to think our offensive line isn't as good as what the Rams were Sunday night. I guess I just saw this floating around. It was driving me crazy.
Look, guys, we talked about this the entire week about how potentially weak and the potential holes of this Rams offensive line. You think that Sean McVay didn't figure that out? You think that he didn't think of that?
Yeah.
Come on. If we're sitting here making that observation, you don't think that's something that he already thought of and made a game plan to design plays that have quicker passes and quicker reads and give it to a guy like Stafford who is an elite playmaker? I think that was simply the game plan, and I think that's a game plan that was well executed by them, pretty much almost as well as you could have executed it. And that's a credit to the Lions because Aiden Hutchinson, look, again, I'll bring it up from yesterday. We showed this yesterday. I'm showing this again. This means something. He's winning his battles, and you know what? He's not getting home because Matt Stafford is throwing that thing before he can even get there. They had people, we could pull up plays where they were having the runner chip him before he got to the blocker. There was multiple bodies concerned with stopping Hutchinson. And I think that was just a very well-executed game plan by Sean McVay. I don't think this defensive line performed terribly. I think they could have done better, but ultimately I don't think it was a terrible performance. I think this was a great offensive mind making a great offensive adjustment. And that's just what it was to me.
And it was. And I hope, to be fair, too, there is that one throw. I put it out there on Twitter today. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Some of those throws, no one else is making. There may be other offenses that try to replicate that after what they saw, but no one else is going to be getting the ball off the way Stafford did and actually connecting. But speaking of which, when it comes to just the pass rush in itself, sometimes the numbers don't do it for you, sometimes us talking don't do it for you. Let's get to the film of it. Here's the all-22. Just a few of these pass rushers made in Hutchinson. Just absolutely filthy work the entire game. Look at this, bro. Oh, he's highlighted. You might as well put it on the whole
yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
You're fine.
Wanted to 3-cam it to be
put
safe.
it all on and put me on the corner, upright corner or something like that.
I wanted to get you 40
A frozen pizza?
Of like, I went to Speedway first, and they didn't have any pizza. I was just gonna get you like 4 pieces of Speedway pizza. I wanted to get you. Like,
Man of his word.
I wanted to give him like 6.
Got him his pie.
What are they? Lunchables. I was gonna buy like 6 Lunchables.
Honestly,
pizzas, but I couldn't
almost
find
would
them.
prefer this.
I couldn't find them. But I used to have those in East Lansing. Those are good.
Where'd you go?
Kroger. Yeah. I went to Speedway, but they literally didn't have any pizza.
Let's go. Easy got the pizza and the suit is going on. Come on. Let's go. Shout out Burn in the Woodward Sports group chat. He had a super chat. Flannel head on, but Lions don't understand what an elite edge is. For context, 1.33 sacks a game would match an all-time record. 1 sack a game is rare. Shout out Burn. Thank you for the chat.
So what's going on? People are hating on Hutch?
Yeah, we're just kind of breaking down how their offensive game plan was made. So he was taking 2 steps back and throwing the ball.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw what Cooper Kupp running 400 plus yards pre-snap motion. We saw the average throw that Matt Stafford had. It was like a 2-second drop back. Like, they were getting the ball out of their hands fast because the rush was getting home, because they were pressuring Matt Stafford a lot. So
silly williness. And like I was saying earlier, because I know you're part of BDE, was Neil. I know Neil was on that tip last year.
No, he didn't. He was happy with Hutch.
Yeah,
because he realized, like, he knows, you know,
he peep game.
He knows that
he's learning
that that's what Stafford was doing, getting the ball out of his hands super fast, and Hutch got the sack at the end of the game, like on pace for 17 sacks. So
yeah.
Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Look at Unky Neil. What you about to say,
Look at you, like the fit.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna reiterate what I kind of said earlier. It's like he's winning all these pass rushes. He's gonna get his. He's gonna get to the quarterback. I don't understand, the hate for it. You know what I mean? Or the hate towards him. Not necessarily hate.
No, Hutchinson is the best player on this defense. Like, I think that's kind of obvious when you look at it. Like, he is by far the best player on this defense. So what he did was get to Stafford, and they tried everything they could to make sure he couldn't get there, and he couldn't wreck the game, and he couldn't be that guy making the plays. But he was doing enough to where he would still get there, when Stafford was trying to get the ball away and make the throw a little less comfortable.
And that's what I was saying that while you're gone, is like that you could have some concern, because obviously they played enough to bring it to overtime, like with that fashion. Somebody else would have replicated that. But I just don't know that anybody on the fly would be able to do it the way Sean McVay could coach it, first and foremost, just game plan it. Then also just execute it the way Matthew Stafford did with just some of those throws. I mean, the one, and I use Trevor Lawrence had one too, and you sent in the chat, actually. I was just in the chat, but I don't want to hear you talking shit.
That was a nasty throw.
It was crazy. It was disgusting. But no, the one Stafford had where he literally I finally watched the TV copy, so I guess you guys saw it. I don't have to reiterate. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The fucking back away, fadeaway jumper one.
Yeah, it was a nice throw and a loss. We saw a lot of that in his Lions career.
Hell yeah, Nick.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, he was making throws, but yeah, he lost the game. So what really matters?
Tell us about.
Oh, I like it way better on this side. There's way more.
Yeah, your hand is
opportunities.
Yeah. And you're a lefty too.
And I'm a lefty. Yeah,
that's actually
I was working like a cousin for 3 years.
We are back.
What an idiot this guy is. All right, I'm gonna have to put these over here now too. There we go. Boom. Oh, I didn't even miss a break.
Feldman Chevrolet, baby.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Woodward and Maine, you know it is the best to wake your game day with Detroit media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matthew Broder. And after that, make sure you guys check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's every game day, 10 a.m. to noon at Second Best Bar in Detroit. And you know who it's with. Neil Rule and Sean Belegian, 10 a.m. to noon at the best bar in Detroit, Second Best.
Woodward Heavyweights live, WoodwardSports.com. He's joined by Spimo Rex, young Chris Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. We got Caleb the Explosive, a.k.a. Caleb, who didn't know what Price is Right even existed until Spinney gave him that 43 yesterday.
I don't know why you didn't choose to go second.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that either. I would have used the Price is Right thing. That's for sure. How about that? How about
you have to?
How about the sweat, by the way, too?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Came down to
I
it.
was quiet in the group chat. I'm like, I really don't want to fucking wear that suit.
I just
Jake Moody, shout out. Jake Moody.
I just wanted a fucking.
Yeah, Jake-
I just
yeah,
needed
shout
a George Kittle touchdown on those like 4 possessions. The 49ers had it in the red zone.
Yeah.
A George Kittle touchdown would have won me my league, but you know, fucking sucks.
You guys
Is
see
that the big money one?
Yeah, it's Xavier Worthy on my bench too.
Yeah, I know, me too.
A lot of people
That's
do.
going to be a tough start every week, though.
Yeah.
Now this week,
But
too.
I feel like he's gonna get a touchdown like every week though. Like I cooked this up. The lines haven't even come out yet, but a parlay for next week for the Lions. I'm gonna distribute some of the money that I won this weekend and put it on there. It's gonna be J-Mo anytime touchdown, J-Mo over receiving yards, Kirby Joseph interception, and Rashad White under his
Do it
rushing
again?
yards. Yeah, oh yeah.
Fuck it.
I'm probably gonna do the Kirby one by itself, but I'll definitely do
both.
a J-Mo anytime
like half a
touchdown, J-Mo receiving yards over Rashad White under rushing yards, no matter what it is.
I tell you
gotta
what,
get
I mean, a
Amon-Ra
big
bounce
piece.
back. Come on.
What'd you say,
Gotta
Chris?
do that.
Yeah, but without
true,
Antoine Winfield, they're going to attack the
That's
deep
what I was
thirds.
getting ready to say.
They're going to attack the deep thirds. J-Mo's
Yeah.
going to eat.
Yep, without that, without him, James was definitely a lot more dangerous. And he already got him last year.
Yeah.
Against Carlton Davis, who
That's true.
isn't there anymore.
Without him, J-Mo's going to eat. With DJ Reader coming back, even without DJ Reader coming back, I would have taken Rashad White's under. But now with him coming back, I'm definitely going to take his under rushing yards and his over receptions. Because his receptions is probably going to be at like 4.5. And we're going to be attacking Baker Mayfield all day. He's going to have to dump it down. Rashad White's going to get a lot of checkdowns.
I'll kick this coverage for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably has bread.
Watch out for
He's
Enzo.
walking through Birmingham. Of course he's got bread.
He got bread.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Nick?
So do we,
think
to be
they-
fair.
Watch out for
I don't walk around
Anzalone.
here very often.
That's true.
Anzalone, though. Watch out for
Walk to
Enzo.
Kroger.
Yeah, I did just walk to Kroger.
When it comes to guarding Rashad White out of the backfield, watch out for Enzo.
Yeah.
You know, he's been really taking strides to becoming like a top of the leader on this defense.
But what I see a lot of his Rashad White's receptions coming down to is them trying to get those deep breaking routes to Mike Evans, our pass rush getting home, Baker Mayfield having to get out of the pocket and hit Rashad White in the flat. I think that's going to happen a lot.
Speaking of covering Rashad White, this kind of segues into another segment we had on the sheet. Did you peep the Jack Campbell snap count?
Yeah.
He was taken out in favor of Derek Barnes and Malcolm Rodriguez at times.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Don't like to see that.
Don't like.
I
to
just
see
need
that.
you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I mean, I've said this, and I'm gonna stay true to it, just because Brad Holmes has been so fucking consistent with like drafting quality guys, and yeah, maybe it takes time to get there. I'm not gonna cast a judgment until year 3, but I'm definitely might look fucking stupid because I thought he's gonna be like a top 10 linebacker this year.
Yeah,
it still maybe could happen. I mean,
it still could happen for sure. And they kind of abandoned the running game there, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why they took him out. They wanted Barnes and Malcolm in for their sideline to sideline speed,
Shit,
but
but still, I mean, he's just as fast.
he's
as
just as
Malcolm.
fast. Yeah.
And then in college, when you watch his tape, it wasn't really. I mean, yeah, sure, he played
He's
the
flying
run in
around.
college. Yeah, but it was him playing the pass.
Yeah.
And especially like what they were doing, just drop back, and there's a lot of it was over the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you weren't here Friday, but like the Detroit Lions and the Rams led the league each. And
Stuff
1 and
over
2.
the middle.
Yes. And like Jack Campbell, if he's 6'5", I feel like that's where he could be effective for you.
So yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of that. I don't know what's going on with that. Don't like that at all. Need him out there.
I mean, I guess we got media Monday. We got reach out to John, maybe ask if he's healthy or something. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? I mean, I guess. And by the way, we're having Coach DC on. He did not watch the defensive tape, unfortunately, because that would be number one question I'd ask him. But like, I guess maybe I have to go back and watch too.
You watch the offense?
I did. He did too. I would text you guys something this morning. I didn't want to bother you because I had 12 other things to say. But dude, it's number 51. was on Amon-Ra's ass.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was someone that just like shadowed him the entire time, but like no, sometimes it's that kid. And he's something Daniel Reeder.
Maybe that's why they felt safe trading their green dot linebacker.
I think so, dude. He was even the one he caught. Remember it was sick ass like stiff arm he had.
Yeah.
But then one
Barely
guy
got
came
him.
through and it was 51
Yeah,
on that
exactly,
play too.
yeah.
Fuck, he's a pain in the ass. But Amon-Ra bounce back, come back for sure. You don't
Yeah.
do what he did last year and just goes away.
No, I'm
Not
not
unless
worried.
like
I'm not
30
worried about.
something.
I'm not worried about that at all. He had a bad game. He'll be back.
It's on it for 3 straight years.
Yeah. Slappy 3-1-3. Jack Campbell couldn't cover easy. You probably could.
Definitely could.
Probably.
Psych.
I would take that bet. You'd pop your meniscus.
I was showing this Rager show. I see. I play Pee Wee now.
I mean, we've seen it at different spots with these first rounders. Obviously, J-Mo, he was hurt his first year. Second year gambling suspension. He wasn't able to get that rapport with Goff. Campbell's been healthy for the most part. So I don't really know what is kind of taking him longer to develop. I thought he was kind of going to be a ready-to-go kind of linebacker first round, but I think it's the emergence of Alex Anzalone.
Alex Anzalone is definitely helping, and this is still, only the first game of his second year.
Yeah, I'm not over it.
in the NFL. So, I don't think anybody expected him to step in immediately and be Luke Kuechly, but he showed promise down the stretch last year. You would have liked to see him add to that in the first game of the season this year, but unfortunately he didn't, and they made the decision, to go without him. He looked good in the practices we saw, so hopefully he can bounce back, have a good game. But yeah, with Anzo playing the way he is, there's not a lot of pressure on Jack Campbell to be a stud.
Obviously, being a first-round linebacker, like Jack Campbell's a guy that you never really want to see him leave the field.
Yeah.
But Barnes plays good ball, and so does Malcolm Rodriguez. Malcolm Rodriguez is a very underrated
One of
player
our
on
deepest
this Lions
position
team.
groups.
Yeah. So it's kind of whoever's playing the best ball there. I'm hoping Jack Campbell can solidify himself as that starting linebacker there. So I don't really want to. Never mind.
Say it.
Are we over analyzing?
Well, I guess so. We don't see a lot of bus talk for Jack Campbell.
And the Runyon 99 says, "Are we over analyzing?" And yeah, that's definitely a part of it. Like I said, this is still only the first game of his second season, so him not being Fred Warner already is not this red flag in my mind. Him losing on the snap count, yeah, I don't like that. I won't say no to that, but I would like to see going forward him out there making plays. We heard it in the preseason that he's got that green dot energy, is what AG referred to it as. Dan Campbell said he looked vastly improved from what we saw last year. So hopefully it's just a bad game. He's ready to go. But Anzo playing like that, you can't take that guy off the field. He was the best player on our defense last year last week.
He was the Mike last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just.
And he was damn good. He was damn good.
He was good.
He was the best coverage linebacker in the NFL last year.
13 combined tackles.
Yeah. 3 tackles for the first play of the game. He fucking stoned Kyron Williams for a loss in the backfield.
Head and Shoulders commercial on the
3
way.
TFLs, you were right.
I think you could say, kind of just looking at years in the past and no names standing out, I think you could say Anzo and Monty might be in the top 5 of Lions signings of all time.
Yeah.
Maybe top 3, both of them.
All time?
Yeah, I can't think of a. I mean,
I would agree.
It's just where we are as an organization.
Yeah,
Reggie Bush is not in that conversation. They didn't win a playoff game.
Yeah, but
Reggie was sick.
It's not all on him.
But
Reggie was
the
sick.
amount of money, the deal you got getting Montgomery and Anzalone, not having to pay them much at all, and them producing to this level and extremely vital parts of both your offense and defense on a playoff team, on a playoff winning team, on a team you expect to win the Super Bowl, I would agree with that. Other than those two, I would say Golden Tate over Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush gave you 1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree,
it's tough to say, I guess, with that, just because like the team is winning. It's not all, obviously, thank God for these guys.
But yeah, they're extremely important parts of it. They're
That's
extremely
actually a good
big
combo.
factors in winning.
Enzo versus Monty, who has been the more valuable signing.
I would say
Monty. Got it, right?
I don't know, man.
Dude, that is really tough. But I'd probably lean Monty, even though the old line obviously helped him out a little bit.
That's tough.
I would say it's Anzalone, because we saw Jamal Williams break Barry Sanders' touchdown record the year before. And like I love David Montgomery, but that offensive line is so good. I hate to put it like this, but whoever you put back there is gonna look damn good. And I love David Montgomery, and he's a fantastic player. But Alex Anzalone came in there. We had no linebackers, none, not a single one worth anything. And Anzalone came back there and he was making plays. So I would lean Anzalone, because I think he did it without. I don't know. I hate to like put Monty down like this, because Monty's a dog.
I love
and
Monty.
I love David Montgomery.
I fucking love him.
But
we loved him before he was here.
Yeah.
He was like a guy we wanted.
Yes.
We were the bad guys in town because everyone was in love with Jamal Williams.
Yes.
And I understand too. Like he was super fun. He hold us in an interview though. So Jamal, what's up with that? But also, yeah, bro, Montgomery was just better at the time.
That's 14 grits as Jamal looks cooked now. That's what he is. He's a backup running back. That's what he's been his whole career.
That's how
except
weak
for
that offensive
1
line
year.
was that year.
Except for 1 year when he had the best offensive line in football, Ben Johnson, Hank Fraley, and those boys. Like, Jamal Williams isn't a good running back. He's not. David Montgomery is a good running back, for sure. He is leagues better than Jamal Williams. But I just think Anzo stepped in here and didn't have the kind of help that Monty did.
Real quick, I got a couple names, free agent signings, the lines I made in the past, if you guys want to put Anzo and Monty out of them. So Dre Bly in 2003.
Ooh.
He had 19 picks, five forced fumbles in like 4 years.
Yeah.
19 his career? Or
No, yeah, it wasn't 1 year. That would be fucking insane.
There's no way anybody.
We need confirmation, Caleb.
Oh wait, no,
Dude,
he had.
I put it on my life. He did not have 19 interceptions in 1
Bly
year.
had 19 interceptions and 5 fumble recoveries in 4 seasons with the Lions, and a Pro Bowl.
Okay.
Glover Quinn in 2013.
Glover was good.
Matt Prater. Stephen Tolick.
Tolick was a dog, dude.
Those were great signings, honestly.
Those were all great signings.
Marvin Jones the first time.
Yeah, he was a dog. Marvin Jones, him and Stafford. I love all those signings, and they're all great players. But David Montgomery and Alex Anzalone have contributed in winning playoff games, and that's better than anything any of those guys have done, except for Dre Bly didn't even win one. So,
no.
You know how you
Dre Bly is probably.
I think Dre Bly won 16.
If I'm going top 5, just off the top of my head, I'm going.
You gotta do performance
based on value and performance.
Yeah.
Because if you sign a max player to a max deal and he performs, that's great. But if you sign Alex Anzalone to $1.5 million a year and he's performing as a borderline Pro Bowler, that's a better contract and a better signing. So I would say, and like I said, they both contributed to winning playoff games. Anzo and Monty, Dre Bly, Golden Tate, and our guy GQ. That would be my top 5.
It's tough to do, bro. Because in the same sense, if you put Dre Bly on the team, he'd still be part of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean,
that
but he
playoff
wasn't.
game too.
But he wasn't. If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'd try. I guess I'd do more so off the performance because I want. I guess Dre Bly would probably be my number one.
And it's not like these guys aren't performing. David Montgomery had 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns last
David's
year.
up there. David's in the
Anzalone had
conversation.
120 tackles or whatever it was. Dre Bly was a dog, though. but he also costed a lot more. So you got to factor in the deal you got these guys on as well.
Performance-wise, probably Dre, Monty, Anzalone, Quinn, or Red Quinn, because he led the league that one year.
I'd probably have the same list as you, but I'd probably go Golden Tate at 5.
Golden Tate at 5. Yeah, that's a fun thing to do.
Golden Tate's a dog, dude. Golden Tate was awesome. So was GQ. GQ changed that defense.
GQ's a dog, too. Your 3 answers to Monty Enzo. Who was the better signing?
Out of those two?
Yeah.
This defense, I think because we followed our offense more, and that's the reason we were in that NFC Championship game last year, I'm going to go with the offensive player in Demo. But if Anzalone's the leader of that defense this year and we turn it around, it could be Anzalone. And especially with all the things, DJ Reader hasn't even played yet. Like, he could be the one we thought it was going to be opening it up for Campbell. Anzalone could just turn into a whole different player.
Yeah.
Like, he just showed out week 1.
And you just
Sky's
got,
the limit.
Like, the deals they got. You got Anzalone for $1.5 million, the first deal. And now he's on like $3 million a year. And David Montgomery's $6 million a year.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Which was the highest contract award to running back that offseason.
I just can't get the thought of Jamal Williams out of my head, and that shouldn't knock David Montgomery back for what he's done, but it does a little bit. But we do got to go to break. We're way over.
We got some time. I guess delaying. He's got something he's got to do.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can get it back.
Yeah, let's go to break. We'll figure this out.
Get them on later in the week or something. But let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, you have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Dispo Dispensary is not only your local campus plug because of 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan, but right now, we spend over $25 or $25 or more. They give you $10 off that purchase. Just scan the QR to my right. Bring it into any Dispo location. Make sure you visit disposhops.com to find one near you. Must be 21 up and older to participate. Remember, it's Dispo, your local campus plug. What up, though, and welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. I'm easy, joined by Spimo Rack,
What up, though?
Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. We got Caleb the Explosive in the building. Gives a little bit of some interesting conversations there in terms of, like, obviously free agent and all-time Detroit Lions. That's tough to measure, but just between those two, that's tough.
That is tough.
I mean, you got to look at it this way, too. Anzo, as you said, defense, there was no replacement.
There's nobody.
For that.
Yeah.
And they also went ahead, re-signed him because of that, and he's your captain this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a damn good player, man.
He is.
He should have been a Pro Bowler last year, low-key.
Think so? Fred Warner. Well, Pro Bowlers, though.
Pro Bowlers, yeah.
If whoever.
What's his name?
Who got it?
Linebacker T.J. Edwards. If I'm not mistaken. He had like a
he did have
boatload
a
of tackles.
season. Yeah, Anzo in 2022, he had 125 tackles, sack and a half, 7 tackles for loss, 7 quarterback hits. In 2023, he had 129 tackles, 3 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 12 quarterback hits, fumble recovery. Dude, I like Anzalone a lot. He leads the league in tackles for loss.
This year or last year?
This year.
Okay, I was going to say.
With 3.
I mean, 3 is a lot.
3 is a lot. He was flying in there, dude.
He was. Off the rip. Very first play of the game. Speaking of the game, we have a coach of the game, football
Legend of the
coach.
game.
Legend of the game. A man who is absolutely crushing it on YouTube. It is Coach DC from All 22 Films, NFL Cuts. What up?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Coach? I appreciate the time to join us, man.
Yeah, thank you for every time that you offer. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. Does it?
Yes,
sounds great.
You're perfect. We got into this conversation because you were asking when you should upload your videos so it doesn't interfere with our show, and I was like, hey, why don't you come on and promote the video? What do you got breaking down tonight?
Well, that's what I like about you, because anytime I've ever dealt with you, whether it's on here or messaging or whatever, it's just straightforward and direct. I don't know if you're a busy person, but it seems like it because you don't waste any time, which I like that. I wasn't, I'll be honest with you, it was a frustrating game for me to watch overall. I hope you're going to ask me about specific parts of it. I have intentionally waited to watch the coverage part of the defense. I'm going to be honest with you, I've only pretty much watched the offense so far.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to push my defensive-related content to later in the week for multiple reasons. I'm going to be honest with you, just selfish. Lions fans just chew through the content, and the amount of positive, in-depth comments and questions is just it's amazing for me to deal with. So I can move Lions content to Wednesday and Thursday and still get interaction. So that's a selfish answer, not necessarily what you were asking me, but it makes for a fun week that goes by really fast for me.
Hey,
yeah.
Can't knock the hustle, Coach. We appreciate the content. Definitely love it. It's great stuff, and I just want to get right into it. You talked about you watched the offense. I know Easy's got a question that he's been dying to ask somebody about, so I'm not going to steal that from him. But one thing I did want to ask was Taylor Decker seemed to struggle a little bit with Jared Verse out there. Jared Verse getting to golf once, and it was pretty easily. What did you see out of Taylor Decker trying to go up against this highly touted rookie?
Verse a dog.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Verse is the guy who got the sack to end the second quarter. Is that correct?
Number 8.
Yep. Yeah. I like him. In a video I did, I guess yesterday, I don't know. I've slept so little the last couple of days that I'm not sure whether yesterday was today, but I kept referring to 8 as 0, Byron Young. They're both talented,
Yes.
Yes, and actually, I will be honest with you, I have a little bit of an unfair advantage. One of our former players takes a look at the Lions offensive line film at this point, independent of me, and kind of feeds me notes, and we communicate back and forth. And that's what he said. He said he thought Decker over the course of the game kind of slowed down and didn't seem to be as effective late third quarter, fourth quarter as he was earlier in the game, which is what made the overtime period so amazing. Is my audio messing up?
No, you're good. Fine.
Okay, I saw you. It looked like you were mute. Yeah, I thought, hey, Verse and Young are extremely talented. People, myself included, thought going into the game, hey, there's no Aaron Donald. They traded Ernest Jones. Look, those 2 inside linebackers, especially 56, they can play.
Yeah.
I am blown away at, I think is it Roseboom 56, excuse me.
Roseboom and
He
Reader.
was impressive.
They're both.
Yeah, he was impressive. And I don't know about you guys, but I just kept being those 2 reverses. He made the tackle on both of them.
Yeah. I was texting these guys this morning, number 51, because and I'll ask you this question actually. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he is our All-Pro. He is, he's on the Netflix documentary, receiver. He is truly a star. He's so spinning, by the way. Shout out to Broadcaster 6. But when I watched his targets, and I noticed it wasn't always just one guy around him. It was, between the safety and then number 51. I think his name's Daniel Reader or whatever it may be. But they did a tremendous job. Outside of that, what was going on with Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is this something Lions fans should be concerned about going forward, or just Sean McVay and the great Don Shula's grandson do a great job of game planning against him?
I mean, just watching them in week one, it certainly seemed like the Rams defense played very fast. I thought they played a lot of zone. You may know, Easy, I don't, pay attention to other rating services that tell you, 45 minutes after the game that they played, 62% man, 20%, so if you can catch the joke there, then good for you. But I think they played a lot of zone.
BSS is the BSS,
and I think they did a nice job of making Goff go to his second and third read. And that's a generic statement. I'm not worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown at all. I don't get the chance to watch you guys' show, so because I'm just busy. So I didn't catch the reference y'all did a minute ago. That little side comment. I didn't know what it meant. But St. Brown, I'm higher on St. Brown than you two are. I can guarantee you. I personally think he's a Hall of Fame talent if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy the next 3 or 4 years, I don't see any reason why he doesn't give you 90+ catches every year. The only caveat to that would be other guys' involvement reducing his touches. I'm not concerned about it. I don't know. Are other people concerned about the lack of impact that St. Brown and Laporta had against the Rams?
Not really. I mean, some people are kind of overreacting to it a little bit, but I think we all just know that it's just one game. It's not. This guy's been doing it for 3 years, so we're not worried about it.
The emergence of J-Mo too. It's possible he was going to become like the third target anyway. The third option.
How good does it feel for you guys as Lions fans, hardcore Lions fans, to have such high standards and expectations now that an overtime win over the Rams, that you win by basically knockout, in the overtime period, I don't know about you, but personally, I'm somewhat disappointed at the overall tenor of the game. How different is this for you guys as Lions fans now versus 3, 4, 5 years ago? I know you brought me on to ask questions.
Yeah,
but
you're good. It's crazy, man.
It's insane.
We got our power rankings, week 2 power rankings coming up a little bit later on the show, and I did biasly put my Detroit Lions number 1, but it's also not crazy too. Like I can do that, and I'm not just a fan. But a lot of people around the league are viewing them as a top 3, top 5 team, and it's that's the part that's crazy to me. I guess tune into like a national, not even tune in because I don't really watch too much stuff these days. But like scrolling through Twitter and to see like NBC has Detroit Lions, second in their power. Like that's what's trippy to me. It's unfamiliar territory for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know you guys, and I don't know the fans that comment on my videos, but for you all and the people that are consistently commenting on my videos, I'm happy for you because I can hear, from people like yourself talking, and a couple other shows I've went on, I've asked that question, the enjoyment. I hope you reflect sometimes about how different it was, early 2022, late 2021, because it's a hell of a fun team to watch. I personally feel extremely blessed to get to watch 2 really good teams. I'm disappointed they don't play each other this year in the regular season.
I'm not.
Hopefully later on.
What was, from your perspective?
I'm glad we don't have to play the Ravens again, that's for sure.
How did they slow Amon-Ra St. Brown down, though, in your opinion?
I mean, you certainly can say that guys were hedging towards St. Brown. I don't throw out blanket statements like bracket, double team, because sometimes there's the coverage that's just called, and guys are playing it really well. I don't know personally whether they were actually doubling him at times. My suspicion is that Jameson Williams, at some point in the game, the Rams stayed in a too high look. And I thought, especially in overtime, hey guys, it's time to do something different from a run defense standpoint when they're just jamming it down your throat. And they kept staying in that too high look. I think possibly the big threat of Jameson Williams played a factor there. I don't know. Hey, Shula did a great job. They did a fantastic job on defense. I think that's obvious. They deserve credit, but just an extra gear in overtime that those guys kicked in. Ben Johnson and the offensive line just went into like ass kicker mode.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to ask about. Like, was there anything different that they did in overtime, or did they just say, all right, we need one drive. We're bigger than you. We're better than you. You can't stop us.
I think the reverse to open the possession is a bigger factor than maybe we all know.
NBC didn't even show that. They cut back to the game. The first play of overtime.
They show it?
The Raymond reverse. No, they didn't even show it.
Oh, wow.
It cut back in, and it was already over. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I love the reverse that Ben Johnson uses. He pulls the guard opposite the flow of the reverse, and that holds that inside linebacker to that side. I broke it down twice on my channel, and I just, it's not that other people aren't doing it, but to call it on the first play of overtime with Khalif Raymond, all the weapons that are out there, Gibbs and Montgomery ain't on the field at the same time, but point being, there's so many weapons on this team. Where do you rank Khalif Raymond? You as a coach are willing to use that guy. What's he?
Yeah, man.
6th, 7th, maybe 8th in the pecking order. I think that says a lot about the team. Look, that play could have popped for 40.
That's why I love him as a coach, man. Like certain coaches, when you have great players, you go with great players nonstop. But when you don't know who's being used, it's so much harder to game plan against. And you have the offensive line too. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just love Ben Johnson.
No, I'm terrible about just rambling on. So interrupt me at
No, that's my bad.
Whatever.
I love Ben Johnson. I get excited talking about him.
I think then they come back with the 2 zone plays. So you asked me what changed, what was different. I think Zeitler and Ragnow are really good on zone concepts. I mean, I don't even mention Penei Sewell because it's a given. It's a given. So whatever you have him ranked at, 98, 99, he's going to play at that level. The zone stuff, and then 2 of the short yardage runs I thought were brilliant. And the Rams did what most NFL teams do. They're just going to widen up their defensive end outside linebacker, and Ben Johnson gets that extra 18 to 22 inches of space to run off tackle, and Montgomery takes advantage of it. I thought it was outcoached in that overtime period. And, hey, on the other side of the ball, was there times where McVay and Stafford did things that caused a heck of a lot of conflict for the defense? Sure. If you want to call it outcoaching, I don't care. I really don't. But they forced Stafford into a bunch of short throws into the flats that are almost kind of glitchy, maybe in a certain way.
Yeah.
Kupp is over there running tight end routes into the boundary at 5-6 yards depth out of 11 personnel, so you're away from the nickel. There's really a whole lot of space there. But I am interested in the answers that Glenn comes up with maybe the next time they see them. Of course, the Rams have got a long way to go there because they're dealing with a lot of injuries now, unfortunately for them. They came in and gave a great performance. Is it difficult for you guys to give the Rams credit? It's not for me because I'm so impartial by nature, but is it difficult for y'all to do that?
Not for me, and they hate me for it.
Yeah.
Like if I see a good throw, I'm like, yeah, that was a good throw.
It's pretty crazy some of the throws that Stafford was making with the pressure that he was facing and just getting the ball off. Those were insane. And Sean McVay, the adjustments he made at halftime were just insane to get them back into that game.
And that's what I was saying too. Is like even if someone were to replicate that game plan, because it was brilliant. No one will be able to execute it the way that Sean McVay and Stafford did. Because Stafford's making throws that there's literally probably 3 guys in the NFL that can do. Let
me ask you guys a tough question. Do you think – I thought Davenport played well. I mean, would you guys say so?
Oh,
yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah. There was one bull rush. I don't know if it was a backup, but it's one hand almost. He's pushing the guy while he's flushing Stafford out.
Any hesitation on you guys' part in getting excited about his potential – given the tackles that you were playing against? And I'm not saying that's where I am. I'm not saying, he played well, but look who he's playing against. Because me personally, the film from last year, week 4, week 5, when he was healthy, he looked like a badass.
Yeah.
I thought that's how he played the other day.
And that's what it is for me, is if he can stay healthy, he's shown in the NFL that he can win one-on-ones on the outside no matter who he's lining up against. He's just big, physical, and will dominate people off the line of scrimmage. But the key is, can he stay healthy? That's the thing that worries me.
I don't know if he'll always result in sacks, but I just know he'll always be an absolute nuisance to whatever tackle he's playing.
He's going to be a lot better than Charles Harris.
Yes. I think like his goal, the goal of signing him was to have him, have quarterbacks flush out towards Aiden Hutchinson or towards Lee McNeil, and for somebody else to clean up.
I'm not a huge fan of I continue to say this. I'm not a huge fan of ceiling and floor, statements. But I feel like if he's healthy for 17 games, he raises both the ceiling and the floor, because like you just said, he's going to win 5 or 6 matchups a game and be a nuisance. And then two of those run plays that were his side, man, he just took the tight end and walked him back 2 yards. And so basically that forces the running back to kind of decide, okay, am I going to cut it up in here now, or am I going to bow it outside? And with the speed they have there, I was on rewatch, I wasn't as disappointed in the defense, but I certainly have a higher standard of expectation than what we saw. I expect them to be better defensively than what we got overall.
I agree. And Coach, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Jameson Williams and what happened with there. The guy he looked like the best player on the field. He was averaging 25 yards a catch, explosive plays everywhere. You saw his route tree. I think NFL Next Gen Stats put out his route chart, and a lot of it was coming right to left over the middle of the field, getting him that galloping running start that we see Miami do with Tyreek Hill a lot. What did you see out of Jameson Williams in his breakout performance?
Yeah, I usually call it first of all, like the energy he played with was palpable. You could, I did think that, I wasn't there live. Obviously, I'm watching on a TV or a laptop screen for that matter. And I didn't think there was as much energy as I've seen out of this team for the last year and a half, 2 years. I'm talking about year and a half, 2 years of games being played. I didn't overall, but Jameson Williams brought it. He looked like the guy. He looked like the guy that comes off the bench to score 20, 25 a game in an NBA game. The underneath drag routes are interesting to me because he's going to run away from people in man. And in zone stuff, if it's play action, you're normally talking about the run action going to, the offense's right. And that's where Jameson Williams lined up. So he runs that little drag from right to left. And so you get the inside linebackers flowing. It's not about flowing downhill. It's about the horizontal conflict. Those linebackers are moving to the offense's right, and Jameson Williams is going right to left. And you saw there's just no chance for those guys to keep up with it. I wonder about his alignment and what teams will do as we get into the season, meaning, okay, he's lined up here, and therefore we can't play this particular coverage. The route tree will open up. Did it look limited, the next-gen stats you said? Did it look like a limited route tree?
I wouldn't say limited,
it was versatile,
really.
But it was all to the left, which makes sense because you want him to go deep or to the outside of the numbers, and JG's right-handed, so he can just whip that thing down there.
You mean it was going to the offense's left?
It was going
to
a lot of it. Yeah. A lot of them were. Yeah, I would say about 9 of them, 8 of the throws. There was a couple deep shots and one quick out.
You've got Sewell as your right tackle, and I would say that's the run strength of your offensive line. So your play action is going to flow to the right, and so it makes sense then that your speed guy is going to be right to left against that horizontal action. Sorry if I'm getting too technical, but that's what.
No,
that's kind of been my explanation. And then the speed. I mean, he almost looks like a sped. You scout people, and you're like, is this film sped up? Like he looked sped up a little bit, like 1.2x speed. It just didn't look right, which is a good thing for Detroit, but not for the rest of the NFL.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we know Ben Johnson likes to do that. That's the same play that they won against the Jets with. It was just Brock Wright doing that instead of Jameson Williams, which is going to make it a lot more dangerous.
That's what Sean McVay would go off to, is play action. That's I guess the foundation piece of this Ben Johnson offense was like what worked there. Speaking of Jared Goff, what was your take on him? I know it wasn't his best game.
It looked, it's his strength, his relative strength is making the read and getting rid of the ball quick, right? So it didn't look like he was able to do that consistently for whatever reason. Were the Rams switching coverages post snap? I didn't think I saw the Rams doing a lot of obfuscation and hiding things. Maybe other people that you've talked to have had a better explanation, but it looked to me Goff his timing was interrupted, but not. Although I did think there was times where the Rams pass rush kind of, I don't want to say collapsed the pocket, but maybe moved it a little further back than he was comfortable. I don't know if that's how you guys saw it. They certainly sacked him at the end of the second quarter. Did they have a sack on the first possession too? I thought.
Yeah,
I believe they did. Yes.
Yeah, the third down.
It looked like a miscommunication between Zeitler and Sewell
on a stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a switch rush. That's right. Yeah. So I didn't think he played well. I just did not. Whether that's more so credit to the Rams, I'm not sure. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm probably too serious for you guys. I get the sense.
No, you're good. That's how I get after us. If you can't critique Goff in Detroit.
The fans, they hold Goff they clutch Goff very tight.
My take, I guess, on it is the kind of. And I remember Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother was saying this too. And it is true. Like our offense operates within the middle of the field whenever it's not running the ball. And I think they, like you said, those two linebackers, 51 and 56, they had it.
Troy
Reader,
middle,
Troy Reader and Roseboom, whatever his name is, Noteboom, they were
Christian
training
Roseboom.
tremendous, and so was Johnson as well, the safety.
Yeah, they were. It was like they were everywhere. You know, you're sitting there watching a pile unfold after the play, and like who's on the bottom of that pile? Like, oh, it's 51 and 56. Like, no surprise. You also have to remember too. Like, I'm comfortable evaluating any player in a negative light on a particular player or series of plays. I'm a Lamar Jackson is my favorite fan in the league, and I have lost, subscribers and listeners, Ravens fans at times, because I've been what I think is intellectually honest myself.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable or fine if someone says, hey, you're incorrect, and here's the correct interpretation of it. That's cool. I'm just going to give you what my reaction is. So as far as golf goes, like, I'm not fazed or bothered by that at all. And I don't think Lions fans should be either. I hope you're looking for honesty. At least you better be if you're coming to listen to my content.
Yeah, we try to keep it as real as possible too. And he didn't have a good game. We said it. It's fine.
Ooh, easy. He tries to keep it.
Yeah. just try to keep it honest here, Coach. We appreciate you so much for joining us, Coach TC of all 22 films.
What time is that video coming out?
Yeah, when's that video coming out so our fans can go over there and listen to it?
I did a video on the final drive, the overtime drive, that was pretty significant in terms of in-depth. It came out a couple hours ago, so it's on my channel right now. I forget what I even titled it. I put out so much content now, I don't even remember what I put as the title. But I'll have I don't know if anyone does this, and if you guys know, please inform me. We're going to try to do an O-line centered piece of content every week. I don't know that it's going to be a formal grade. I'm not interested in trying to grade Kevin Zeitler, but it'll be certainly something that 8 or 10 plays that we think is representative of the way the Lions O-line played. And I don't know if anyone does that's Lions centered or not. There's 3 different guys who do that for the Ravens. That's why I'm not stepping into that space at all.
No, I don't think there is. Zeitler, was he probably the worst of the guys out there, you think, on the offensive line?
I thought he played really well in the overtime period. So, that's the film that's most recent in my mind that I watched this morning. So, it's hard for me to say that. I thought Decker did slow down over the course of the game. And I thought he looked a little stiff on a couple of plays in the fourth quarter, but not so much in the overtime. So, but in any case, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. I'll do it again sometime if you want.
Of course,
Yes,
Coach. Appreciate you so much for joining us.
And congrats on all the success as well.
Yeah, keep going, man. You're killing it. It's awesome. I love your stuff.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Coach. Dude, that man knows ball. You talk about ball knowers. Coach DC is a certified ball knower, dude.
He's got a great voice, too.
He does have a great voice. He's got the southern twang to it.
Yeah, it's Maryland twang. I don't understand.
Maryland twang? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My, the guy.
Aaron earned.
Hey, yeah.
Dude, I watched The Wire. I mean, Coach, if he's from Maryland, he's definitely a fan of The Wire.
Yeah.
You still got to watch The Wire, dude. It's the best show of all time. It's better than The Sopranos.
That's a problem for me. No, I didn't watch the defense today.
Because you were watching...
No fucking Pokemon, bro.
Oh, Pokemon?
I'm stuck, bro.
Dude, that is so fun. Game changing.
Finally leveled up Charmeleon today.
Nice. All right, we do got to go to break, though. Shout out to Coach for joining us. Make sure you check out his videos after the show. But first, let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
And do you want to know where the best pregame Lions party will be on September 15th? Join us at Detroit's very own second best bar, located at 42 Watson Street, for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show, only at Second Best Bar. It's the best bar in Detroit. Check it out.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
It's the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. Scan the QR code above my head, and you can join the likes of Calvin Johnson, Braylon Edwards, and or Darren McCarty. Don't forget the famous Tim McCullum. It's the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. Visit WoodwardSports.com anytime. But if you're live right now, just scan the QR code above my head. It's the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. Make the wise decision and go Randy Wise.
And Soroki's. Because Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza has a new limited time offer just in time for football season. Soroki's is debuting their fresh signature flavored wings. Grab your friends, order a New York style pizza, and add fresh wings for the games this weekend. Try one of their 7 different flavors. Sorokis.com.
John Fisher said, weekly segment, please. I'll reach out.
I'd be down.
I am not opposed. I love having
He knows
guests.
ball.
I love having guests because they're allowed to be, non-biased, but I can't. I get killed for it.
Coach is the man.
Coach is the man. Welcome back to Heavyweights. I'm Easy at Speaking Sports _. That's Spinmo Rex.
Hello.
At Spinmo Rex. That's Chris. Shout out.
What?
I was going to say something crazy. I had to stop myself. We have Microwave Nick in the building.
That's crazy.
Caleb the Explosive as well. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And share the stream. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. It's not that hard.
Irish wristwatch.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Shout out. Second best bar in Detroit.
Let's go, Nick.
Let's go.
Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch.
I knew you could do it. All right.
I can drink it, just can't say it.
Arn.
What do you have to drink it to? Like, you should just do a shot and then just try it every time. See if it helps.
Yeah.
We're doing
great idea.
We got some new.
This is one shot.
We got some new things coming for the watch parties.
We all can't talk now.
The watch parties. We got some new things.
Hey, let's start beatboxing
Down the line. We got some new things planned for the watch parties. So.
Woodward is absolutely cooking right now.
Pay
Make sure you
attention to
guys
that.
subscribe to the channel.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Soroki's and shout out to New Holland Brewing Company.
Let them cook.
Sabbath Coffee. Literally, those Sabbath Coffee nitro brews, the cold brews, they kept me alive for that watch party. Because I was coming back from my brother's wedding, coming off of like 5 hours of sleep in 2 days, going right to that watch party, and I slammed 2 of their nitro cold brew in a canned coffees, and I was feeling good. I was feeling damn good. Those things are good. I got like 4 of them in my fridge right now.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Well,
shout out Sabbath Coffee.
We teased it. We promised it. The Week 2 Power Rankings.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Did you get it in?
Oh, yeah.
We all did.
You all did?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Save the best for first. Chris, you can throw mine up there.
Looking for easies. 1 second. Here we go.
No.
And at number 10, I have the Dallas Cowboys. I know, I had to throw them out there. They had a good win. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb looked like they picked up where they left off. And Rico Dowell actually looked pretty good. Pretty good out there. So, and with the return of Trayvon Diggs, that's huge for their defense. Hopefully not for me, but hopefully for them, they're getting Deron Bland back as well pretty soon. To have those guys in the defensive backfield together is going to create a lot of interceptions. Number 9, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know they're going up against the shitty, poopy Caleb Commanders, but they went out there and Baker Mayfield looked like an MVP. Like he was making all the throws. Mike Evans is still Mike Evans. Chris Godwin's back to playing full-time slot. The defense looked good, even though it was against shitty, poopy Caleb Commanders, but it's all right. Number 8, I got the Green Bay Packers, even though they lost. That was a tough game, week 1 in Brazil against the Eagles. I'm not going to hold it against them too much. They fought tooth and nail to get there. They still look like a damn good team. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills. And or the Fighting Josh Allens. I mean, we'll see. It's one game, so I'm not putting too much stock into it, but that's what happens when you look that good and other teams don't look good. Like those shitty, poopy Cincinnati Bengals. I almost put the Patriots in the top 10. Number 6, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They went out there and they beat what I think is a good team in the Atlanta Falcons, a team that's going to win their division in the Atlanta Falcons. And TJ Watt looked like the best player in football. He was everywhere, making all kinds of plays. I believe he had 2 forced fumbles. I know he had at least a sack and a half. TJ Watt was all over the place in that game. Number 5, the Baltimore Ravens. Again, tough loss against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thursday night football. You can't hold it against them too much. 4, Houston Texans. Business as usual. And my top 4 are the same from week 1. All these teams. Well, no, I put San Francisco at number 2 because they just looked extremely impressive out there without Christian McCaffrey, putting up numbers.
I think I forgot.
And then I got the Lions still at number 1. They took care of business, Chiefs and Texans.
The point? No.
Wait. Detroit gets the nod at number 1. San Fran 2, even though KC beat the Ravens?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they looked more impressive.
You also didn't have Philly. Was that a mistake?
Oh, I didn't have Philly. Yeah, that
Put it back up real quick.
You sure? I could have sworn I put Philly on
You
there.
could have swore, huh?
This could be a Caleb mistake.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not blaming you yet, Caleb, because I easily could have forgot it. But yeah, Philly definitely should have been on there.
So week 1, you had Lions.
I didn't. I didn't put the Eagles in there. Eagles. Put the Eagles in between the Ravens and the Steelers, and drop the Cowboys out.
Week 1, you have the Lions. That's still your number 1.
Yeah.
2 was the Chiefs.
2 was the Chiefs. 3 was the Texans.
3 was the Texans. 4 was the 49ers. Why you put it?
You wanted to keep it up there for that? Okay.
There was a name I did not see up there.
The Eagles.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Well, the Eagles were on your list last week. You just forgot them?
Yeah, I just forgot them. Okay. Like I said, I'd put the Eagles at 6, move everybody else down.
Okay, cool. They were your 5 last. Okay. Ravens 6 last week. Jets were your 7.
Yeah, the Jets.
Well, yeah, there's a reason they're not on that list.
Packers, Falcons, and Rams.
There is a obvious, glaring reason why they're not on the list.
Yeah.
The Niners made them look like a JV team.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't hop into the Falcons stuff just yet. I mean, obviously, they improved.
We picked the Bucs, though.
Definitely scratching my head. Yeah, we did pick the Bucs.
Yep, to win that division.
Let's go, Nick.
I still think the Falcons are going to win that division. The Pittsburgh Steelers have one of the best defenses in football. They have probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year this year if he keeps playing like he did Week 1 and TJ Watt. And the Bucs played the shitty, poopy Commanders.
You know what they say, first the worst, second the best. Put her up, Chris.
All right, here comes Nick's list. Here you go.
All right. I'm trying to pull up so I can compare them. All right, I'll start number 10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their performance warranted a higher ranking. However, as Spinney just mentioned, they did play a rookie quarterback in his first time out there. It's kind of what I expected. The Commanders also lost a few weapons this offseason as well, too. So, great performance. Let's see them this week. We'll know what they're about. Number 9, regrettably, didn't want to do this at all. I picked against them. If there's any bias when it comes to me, for goddamn sure, it's anything to do with these Dallas Cowboys. But they are my number 9, regrettably. Deshaun Watson fucking sucks. There's no feel for the game. There's no touch. There's no scheme. I mean, it's insane that Joe Flacco comes off the couch and executes better than this guy, Deshaun Watson. There's another accusation out there, too. Maybe the Browns owner was like, yeah, you know what? Let me pay that same group people. Let's get them the fuck out of here because that's crazy. Miami Dolphins at number 8. Maybe some people like to see them higher. I'm just not a big believer in Tua Tagovailoa. They also played a close one against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not like they ran away with it. It came down to that fourth quarter. Same thing with these Buffalo Bills.
And the Jags didn't look good.
The Jags didn't look good. No, they didn't. No, the second half they looked awful, to be honest with you.
Travis Etienne fumbling.
Yeah, Travis Etienne fumbled right at the 1-yard line. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's the context we miss in some of these games. That's why I hate. I mean, I love tailgate, but I like to watch football, man.
You gotta get right
tailgate win.
Game.
You could argue that the Buffalo Bills could have been 9 and the Dolphins could have been 8, but I'm a big believer in Josh Allen. I think Dalton Kincaid would get going as well. They're my number 17 for now. Baltimore Ravens fell to 6 only because of a loss. They're still in that top 10 though because we know, and that loss, it came down to it.
Yes.
Obviously, they were spinny away from winning the tying the
game. They
game.
really were. They were a little spenny away from tying the game for sure. That's being generous.
Philadelphia.
It was a lot.
Philadelphia Eagles number 5 on my list. Nah, we didn't get to talk Saquon Barkley, dog. I
Yeah,
cannot
he
wait.
looked insane. Yeah, the Eagles. I just totally forgot.
Who
about
in
it.
the hell drafted that guy in the first round of fantasy?
You?
Yeah.
Ain't no shame in that. What pick did you have?
Like 10, I think, or
Yeah, man.
8 to 10.
Makes sense. He looks like he's going to have a phenomenal season.
Yeah. Scary season.
The San Francisco 49ers, you know what? You made a great point, Nick. They probably could have been 3. I mean, the way they dominated the Jets last night.
I got them at 2.
Was pretty impressive. But they were number 4 team. I got the Houston Texans number 3. I just believe in them throughout the season. The Kansas City Chiefs, arguably, probably could have them number 1 because they did beat a good Baltimore Ravens team. But
They did.
You know,
But again, it wasn't that impressive. I mean, it's an impressive win either way when you're beating one of the best teams in football. But I think what the Niners did to the Jets was more impressive than what the Ravens did.
Absolutely was.
Or than what the Chiefs did to the Ravens.
I just think the Ravens would dust the Jets if they were in a one-on-one matchup. Maybe not dust, but I think they win the game. So I think they're the better team than the Jets right now. So to me, it would be more impressive for the Chiefs to beat.
No,
the Ravens.
Ravens W is definitely more impressive than Jets W, for sure. I mean, by the way,
But
all the quarterbacks.
what the Niners did to the Jets,
Yeah.
it wasn't the Niners.
That's true. It was a close game
throwing
versus-
around and even with Sauce Gardner, they weren't just throwing the ball around. It was them dominating the Jets' defensive line, which is one of the best defensive lines in football, with a backup running back. Christian McCaffrey didn't play. Jordan Mason went for like 120 yards. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. Especially,
insane.
Yeah.
We do have to go to break. When we come back, we'll have Nick and Caleb's, and I guess we'll do Chris's too. That's whatever. But
That's
first,
disrespectful to the best.
let me tell you guys about Swiss Insurance, guys. The best in the business. Hit up my guy, Mark. He'll get you right. Hit him up directly, 313-530-1698. Or send me an email, mark@swissins.com. is the best insurance in the game. It costs you nothing to get a quote and save yourself some money. Make the smart choice. Swiss Insurance, 313-530-1698. Get yourself quoted. We'll be right back.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. You can register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are included with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sports.
Premier Pet Supply. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers. The one major difference, they're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com. I did just notice that the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan, out of their six teams, they have one named the BGC Spartans. Shout out. None named after the cheaters of the 1-1 Wolverines. That's what you are known as from now on, the 1-1 Wolverines, because they didn't want the kids starting off cheating, and they also didn't want them to deal with the team that's not in first place.
It's a league of integrity, is what it is.
Exactly. No, that's cool. Shout out to all jokes aside. Shout out to BGCSM.
Shout out.
All right, Nick.
Let's break into it at number 10. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are coming into Ford Field to try to make the Lions get their first loss of the year. I don't think it happens. But one name not at the bottom of this list that you saw on it previously was the Green Bay Packers. Their quarterback goes down. I think they're going to suffer because of it. Malik Willis is not him. We all know that. Number 9, I got the Cowboys. You got to give credit where credit is due. They paid their players. Micah's still waiting on his, but they got CD paid. They got Dak paid. Looks like they might be heading in the right direction, especially after going and taking it to the Browns. Dolphins at 8. They didn't play well, but they got the win. That's all that matters against a Jacksonville team who's going to be pretty decent this year. Same thing with Buffalo. I thought there were a couple bad calls in that game early, but Josh Allen is going to do what Josh Allen does, and that's put the team on his back and get dubs. Speaking of team on his back, CJ Stroud and these Houston Texans, the vertical game out of these wide receivers is elite. Nico Collins and Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs are going to be elite. I don't know who's going to stop that offense. Kick Baltimore down from 1 to 5 on my list. They lost to KC, but I still think they're one of the top 5 best teams in the league. 4, I got the Eagles. They did beat the Packers before the injuries. They look really good. It's going to be a three-headed race in the NFC between the Eagles, the Lions, and San Fran. And I got San Fran and KC above the Lions because they have 2 better wins, and because the Lions still lost to San Fran last year. They have to get that monkey off their back, and they got Kansas City at number 1. So Kansas City Chiefs still remain number 1. They're pretty dominant. They beat my number 1 team of last week. Let's go. But Lions in the top 3.
Yeah, if I had to shake up my top 3, it's probably your way. Not gonna lie.
I'm not shaking shit up.
Love my Lions though.
Lions didn't play well and they won the game.
All right, Chris, we'll go you next, then we'll save Caleb.
We'll close
for
with
last.
Caleb.
Yeah.
All right. So for my list, I got. Here it is. It's mostly similar. The bottom half did change quite a bit, though. I did move some things around there. So number 10, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got an impressive win, but I do want to see them do it just because Atlanta. I was in on the hype, but now I'm kind of starting to backtrack and be like, is this a team that everybody's just overhyping? So I need to see Pittsburgh do it a little better. The Rams, look, they played the Lions good. They played them well. They looked like a playoff team despite all the injuries and adversity that they faced in that game. They played extremely well. Dallas, I felt kind of guilty giving them this 8th spot just because of Deshaun Watson and how bad he is. But you know what? It was a dominating game. So you got to kind of give them that shot, especially since they were on the bubble for me last time. The Buffalo Bills, I had them last time. It's just the Josh Allen effect. He's going to find a way to win. Arizona, I think, is a sneaky good team. Baltimore, I dropped to 6. Philly, I had 5. Houston, 4. San Fran, 3. You could argue San Fran versus the Lions just because of how impressive San Fran's win was, but I kind of felt like off of rip that Detroit was a better team going into the season. So I'm going to keep it there for now. And then number 1, I had the Chiefs. So that is my list.
Can't hate on it.
Good job, Chris.
Thank you. You're my best friend here.
Caleb, what do you got?
So for number 10, I was afraid to keep my Jets on there, so I just went number 10, Tyrod Taylor on the final drive of the game. He might be better than Aaron Rodgers in that offense. Went 6 for 8 with a touchdown. 9, the Cowboys, they beat the hell out of the Browns. Honestly, I don't know what the Browns are this at 8. They had an impressive win against the Colts. The Colts are a good team too. Anthony Richardson's the real deal.
Yeah.
7, I think whatever team is playing the Panthers will be on this list for me. I have New Orleans Saints versus the Panthers. That was just a mollywhopping. That was embarrassing for the Panthers. Someone in this room said they were going to be vastly improved this year. I don't know who that was.
What
They're an idiot.
What an idiot.
Number 6, I went the New England Patriots. They're back. The dynasty is back. Jacoby Brissett is him. Number 5, I don't think it was that impressive of a win for the Bills as a team. I think it was for Josh Allen, so I just went Josh Allen at number 5. Number 4, San Francisco 49ers. Unfortunately, they are good again. We didn't see much regression from last year. They're still a really damn good football team. They beat my New York Jets, so that's a tough one. Number 3, I went the Northern Illinois Huskies. Big win for them this weekend.
Huge win.
Shout out my boy Dom. That's his alma mater. We watched that game at the bar. Big win for them.
Oh, dude, how hype was he?
Oh, dude, he was going nuts. And there was a Notre Dame fan sitting at the bar, too.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
he was going crazy.
Fuck that Notre Dame fan.
Big win for the Huskies this weekend,
crazy.
so I have them at 3. At number 2, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. It's honestly 1A, 1B for me. This is my Super Bowl matchup, Chiefs versus Lions. It's 1A, 1B. Those are 2 really good football teams. I think the Chiefs got a lot better than they did last year, and they won it last year. So, yeah, and then the Lions at 1.
I love it. That was great.
14 grit. Josh Allen's overrated.
New Orleans.
How is that count?
New Orleans Saints versus the Panthers. I like that one because Derek Carr looked like the second coming of Dan Marino.
He had like
82%.
Yeah,
And, like, the first drive was disgusting.
it was insane. I
gotta watch it back. I didn't get to see.
Oh, I watched so much football, dude. I got home from the wedding Sunday at like 10:30, so it was perfect. I just watched Red Zone all day until I went to.
I'm jealous of that.
What's it called? Sticks. But we do got to go to break here. Very well done, gentlemen. Very well done. Tell us about Mark White, Easy.
Mark White gonna do you right. Guys, you're gonna buy or sell your home. Mark White can save you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. Dial them up. That's 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, that's 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com.
And let me tell you about the aforementioned watch party live at Hayes Social, presented to you by New Holland Brewing Company. They got the Tangerine Space Machine. They got the taller long drink. So make sure you tap in. Shout out to Sabbath Coffee as well. Again, Sabbath Coffee literally kept me alive for the watch party last week. So shout out to Sabbath Coffee. They got their cold canned nitro brews. They're delicious. And Soroki's. We're bringing back Soroki's wings to the watch party, all live at Hayes Social, as well as the New Holland Brewing post-game show with Stick and Anson after every single game. We're doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state. Tap in. All live at Hayes Social.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. It's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. I was actually just there earlier today. It's on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, shout out my boy Corey, he works in the body shop. His manager.
Shout out Corey.
He's an assessor at the Suburban Collision, which is Les Stanford's collision shop.
Say body shop or body shots?
Yo.
You have a problem, Nick. It's Tuesday.
I'm telling you, you should do a shot of that stuff before the read.
I'm down Thursday. I'm down to get weird.
Why Thursday?
You off Friday?
For football.
I'm down.
Oh, that's right.
We went to, as long as you guys don't embarrass me this time, we went to Ale and Eddie's.
So we didn't
last
embarrass
week. You guys embarrassed me the last time we were there.
You said we did it.
Yeah, I know. I lied because it was embarrassing.
We got turned up after.
Yeah.
No, you guys were screaming at the table. All three of you were just yelling. Everything you said, you were like, yeah, no. I fucking slammed a pint of Hennessy in the car before.
Welcome to our life with you, bud.
That's fair. At least I'm fun when I do it, and everybody else is drunk too.
How'd you bounce off the stage?
I did bounce off the stage, but it was dark, and that's the type. And that was the type of club where people get fucked up like that, or type of bar. That was awesome. No excuses for that night. I was completely blacked out.
You pretend you're
dudes being dudes.
Like, I meant to fucking be here.
I fucking landed and I hit the ground. My ankles gave out.
Nah, bro.
That was a very irresponsible night for me. Did a lot of irresponsible things.
Yeah, you did. Not until we got back. But still, you did it. But whatever. We had fun. I had fun.
Oh, I had a great time. I almost essayed Lucas.
Oh, yeah. Nah, thank you. I don't know if there's an almost there, bud. I think you did it.
I was hitting him with my belt. I was like, come on.
Why is CJ Stroud the background of your power rankings easy? You hate Jared Goff, don't you? I knew it. Nah, it's all Caleb.
Caleb, you should never put a Lions player in Easy's power rankings.
Yeah, I've done golf for you before.
Did you? Last week?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
All right. It's time for a round
different picture of
the
Jared
league.
Goff every time.
You should. Try to find like his high school like football pictures.
Yeah. Around the league
with Nicholas Koloff.
Yeah, let's do it, boys. Shout out around the league. Talk about some teams that won, some teams that lost. But one team that needs to win.
That girl that was at the Saints a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. The Falcons girl can't compare. But she
The one that went viral.
It's the same girl, I think.
No, different girl.
No? Oh, I haven't
The
seen
other
her.
one was fucking
The girl from the Saints last year.
Dark hair.
Don't remember her
green
name.
eyes.
Heavy.
Set of heavies. This one's kind of bug faced, but she got heavies like big fucking chest cans. That's what she's going viral for. She
I
ain't
haven't seen
face.
her. Whoever the girl was that did the Saints a couple years ago,
Oh, dude,
she's
a
gorgeous, man.
She is so gorgeous.
All right, sorry, Nick.
Fellas, let's go. All right,
Sorry.
I got it. We got to talk about it. We've mentioned it a couple times, but I got to ask you guys. The Jets. 40-year-old coming off the Achilles injury. Threw for 167, 1 tutty, 1 pick. Do you guys believe that the Jets still make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they still make the playoffs. Tough sledding, but I mean, I think that division's up for grabs. I really do. It's going to be a fucking all-out bloodbath for it, but I don't count them out. No.
Yeah, I think they're still going to win that division.
I do think Nathaniel Hackett fucking sucks. Though.
He does. He is not good. But
yeah,
I don't think the 49ers would have a tough time doing that to any of the teams in that division. With how they all looked week one, I think the 49ers would embarrass everybody in that division. So.
If it were like the Buccaneers or Falcons or like something like that, then I'm like, yeah, the Jets.
It was the Niners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I obviously I still think they're going to win the playoffs, win the division. I think they're going to make the playoffs. Yeah, that's a brand new offensive line. They're still like getting, working with each other, trying to get that chemistry. If they get Brees Hall going, this offense goes. So, yeah, I think it'll come. It'll come.
Yeah, I think Rodgers he's like 13 and 21. It's not like it's like awful.
He looked bad, and he didn't look mobile.
He did
and
not
that's
look
what
mobile.
happens with a 40-year-old quarterback coming off Achilles.
He looked
Chris, they make the playoffs, yes or no?
What about? Yeah, I think they do. I had them competing for their division or a wild card. I still feel that way.
That is how you normally make the playoffs.
It's going to be one of those two ways they'll make the playoffs. But mark my words, they will make the playoffs.
I'm out on them. I think Rodgers and Salah have a...
You were never on.
I'm out on them. I think they have a
Jared Goff?
disconnect at quarterback and head coach, and I think that's trouble going into it.
This is the first game they've shared
They've
together.
been beefing all season.
What?
They've been taking shots at each other through the media all
What
off
are you
season.
talking about?
When he wasn't there for his unexcused absence. Are you kidding me, fellas? You don't remember that when he was on his little trip?
It's not a shot at anybody.
He said it was an unexcused absence. He could have
It
snuck it
was.
under the rug. He could have swept it under the rug, not tell the media. He chose to tell the media. Rodgers doesn't like that. Trouble in paradise.
But does the media hate Aaron Rodgers? Does the media hate Aaron Rodgers, Easy?
Yeah.
All right. The 49ers look dominant. Mason, 28 rushes, 147 yards. Are you guys concerned with how dominant San Fran looked without Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, I am. I'm not going to sit here and lie. They looked scary. They looked good at all positions, at all facets. Their pass rush was getting home. Their offensive line was bruising, even without Christian McCaffrey. Debo looked good.
Debo.
What's his name?
Really Kittle?
No.
Cusack or Kujak?
No. Ayuk missed a couple catches, but that's because of the
killed me.
Yeah, because of the the rust of him not playing in the preseason. But yeah, the Niners look like they haven't skipped a beat even without Christian McCaffrey.
Schmuck is a word you would use, but it fits.
Easy, you concerned about the 49ers going forward with how dominant they looked week 1?
No. No. I think I'm more questioned about the Jets' defense. I mean, that was crazy. But
yeah,
I think we all knew they're going to be a formidable foe, and we will clash later on in the season to find out who's about what.
Anyone else concerned, Caleb or Chris?
What's his name went out last minute, too, though. I mean, he might be back. Might have just been because they're blowing him out regardless. But he also looked noticeably fatter. I'm not going to lie.
Noticeably FAT.
Our boy Trevor
Noticeably
Williams.
FAT. Rewind the beat.
All right, fellas. It was
Futurama.
Sorry.
It was extremely hot in Baker's Kitchen, a.k.a. Raymond James Stadium. He goes for 289, 4 tutties, throwing for 80%. Could the Bucs be better than last year? And is +7 disrespectful after blowing out the Commanders?
It is disrespectful.
Heading into Ford Field.
It's not disrespectful. The Commanders suck. Like, the Lions are a Super Bowl favorite,
Calm down there,
and the
man.
Commanders suck dick. It's
Calm
not
down.
disrespectful. I took
You want one?
especially with Antoine Winfield out, DJ Reader probably coming back. I took the Lions -7. I think you should too before it starts creeping up.
I don't know. I'm not going to fuck no -7, to be honest with you. I still got – I think they're a formidable foe, well, regardless. I got what's going on with the Kalijah Cansey. That's why I'm keeping my eye on Kalijah Cansey. Yeah. That'd make a little bit of a difference. But I think you and I kind of respected the Buccaneers all offseason. Like, I didn't think – they still have Baker. They still have Mike Evans. And it's a magical pairing. Mike Evans still looks just as good as ever. 2 touchdown catches with guys all over him. He's a beast.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think -7 is disrespectful. Obviously, great win for the Lions. They're a top 2 team in the NFL. But I don't know. The Bucs win, I feel like, meant more, even though the Commanders might suck, like you say. I think I mean they dominated that game in every facet. So, I'm not worried about it coming to Ford Field, but I don't know if the Lions get that number.
Listen, I think they do, and I think they win this game by double digits, and that's no disrespect to the Buccaneers who played well. I just think we're underestimating that this Lions team, everyone in that locker room, has motivation to play better this game. I think that this was by some accounts a sloppy game for the Lions, and I think the Lions are going to rectify that this game. They come out with energy, they play hard, they prepare, and I think this game you're going to see bounce backs from Jared Goff, from Amon-Ra. You're going to see a lot of the things that the Rams did a good job taking away from the Lions. I think you're going to see them use that in full force against the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are going to be a casualty here of the Lions being extremely hungry and motivated and bounce back strong.
They're going to be ready for this game. The Bucs will be. They're not going to come into here after their big win week 1 and just, kind of lay a goose egg. I don't think so. They were in the second round of the playoffs for a reason. They're a good team. Are they great? I don't think so, but 7 is a massive number after what I saw out of week 1. But speaking of week 1, the Bears got bailed out in Caleb Williams' debut. That defense kind of took over. Does A, that defense worry you? And B, Caleb Williams, 93 yards in his debut. Is it too early to call him a bust?
It's much too early to call him a bust. I think the defense should worry you. I think it's worried all of us. I don't think any of us thought that they were going to have a bad team or a bad defense. I thought that they were going to be good. I think we all thought that they were going to be good. I think it looked a lot better than it actually was because Will Levis played like complete dog shit and had the worst pick six I've ever seen in my entire life. But no, I'm not calling Caleb Williams a bust, and I'm not freaking out about the Bears defense, although it is a good unit. But we knew that, so I'm not overreacting to it.
Yeah, I called them a top 10 unit last week. I think they are that for sure. I think the Tennessee Titans have a really good unit too, and I think that's some of what we saw. However, Caleb Williams passes over 20 yards, didn't complete a goddamn one, had one 19-yard sack. He's only blitzed 10 times in that game too, so don't forget they're the ones that grabbed that big dude. They already got Justin Simmons, or Jeffrey Simmons, and they got that big dude out of Texas as well, the one that we all wanted, which is the giant Sweat. Yeah, so they're a formidable front to be fucked with, I guess. But no, yeah, I'm not gonna call him a bust yet, but I hope he is.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
Me
know.
too.
Obviously, just kidding there. Are any of you guys overreacting about the Bears defense or Caleb Williams week 1?
No.
Nope. The shitty poopy Bears again.
All right, real quick on this one, boys. Just a few thoughts. Cowboys kicked the shit out of the Browns 33-17 on the road.
Nice.
Did we underestimate the Cowboys? And is Watson officially cooked?
I don't think we underestimated the Cowboys because they got Dak's deal done, and he was out there.
Yeah.
So that was big. We knew this defense was good with the pair of edge rushers they have, and the ball hawk in the back end in Trayvon Diggs. Once you add Deron Bland to that, they got a really good defensive unit. But Deshaun Watson is cooked. He is done. I saw shout out to Pardon My Take.
So bad.
Big Cat put a reel out there saying, is Deshaun Watson so bad at football that he's a better human than he is a quarterback? Because he's that bad at quarterback.
Oh my God.
And he's like, it's getting arguable. He was my rest in peace today. It was Deshaun Watson on BDE because he is bad.
He looks awful. I'm watching Caleb Williams snaps right now. Yeah, he's
Top 5 cooked players, says 14 grit. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's very bad. They got a rookie left tackle out there. I know Micah Parsons got him for a strip sack and whatever else. So the Cowboys, I'm still, obviously you saw the power rankings. They're in the back half of it. I think once they see some formidable teams, you'll see what they really are. I think what Deshaun Watson really is fucking garbage. There's no injury excuse in that one.
Last one real quick, fellas. Steelers win 18-10. Cousins struggled with 155 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Do you guys think Cousins is due for a major regression? And if he does if the losses start adding up, will they go to Penix?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That is a great question.
Because they got him for a couple
I'm not going to
years.
put all of that on Kirk Cousins because, like I said, TJ Watt, go watch that field. Go watch that game. Nobody would have been able to play quarterback with the duress that TJ Watt was putting Kirk Cousins in. He looked like the best player in football in week 1. So I'm not going to completely sell on Kirk yet. But, yeah, if he keeps struggling and he looks cooked after the injury, I don't think they'll hesitate to put him Penix.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of winning games, you probably have to. But yeah, TJ Watt, he had the 1 sack, 23 pass rushes. He was all over the place. 4 stops, 4 tackles. I'm looking at it right now.
Pretty sure he had 2 forced fumbles.
He had a catch too.
I did not see that.
1 target, 1 reception. This got to be. Was that on offense or was that no interception? Wow. Either way, maybe that's what he allowed in coverage. That could be what that was.
That was the heavyweight huddle.
Yes, sir.
Shout out. Tell us about merch. Good job, Nick. Tell us about merch, Chris.
All right, if you are tired of the same old Detroit sports merch, head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads, so why don't you head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab today, get yourself some brand new merch.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit michigansportsandspine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Falcon snaps right now.
Let's go. I found my stroke. Pause.
Bro, that entire defensive line for the Steelers was fucking
they were everywhere.
I could be wrong, but I don't think Cousins threw a pass out of, they were only in the pistol. Like, I don't think he threw a pass out of
Oh, yeah,
under
so like
center.
63% of his snaps or some shit were like in the pistol.
They were running the pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. Keanu Benton, Cam Hainsworth, they're putting in work too. Yeah, I did see that somewhere though. I did hear that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Did you guys, who picked Falcons for that one? Did you? For the division?
We didn't do that game.
NFC South? No, we picked the division.
Yeah, I have the Falcons one.
Are you?
I'm still comfortable with it.
Okay.
It's just gonna. I
Steelers
hope
got good
Kirk's still
defense.
not like hurt and shit. Like that.
Kirk is old and he's coming off an injury. Well, like,
Yeah, but
he's due up for some regression here, fellas.
Yeah, but he's got so many weapons. They added so much on that defense. That offensive line's good. It's
Gonna look good week one.
Yeah, they got rid of Arthur Smith.
Oh God.
Kirk was getting murdered out there, dude, with Highsmith and with Watt.
Benton, Hainsworth, they're all fucking.
Yeah.
I'm watching it right now.
Hey, quick shout out to the Tigers.
Sorry, I'm watching right
I want to get that in just for a sec. Tigers 3 games back as of tonight. Massive matchup, Montero going. Need to pick up a dub.
Yeah.
And then another one and another one. They got to go for the sweep against the Rockies.
Need to sweep the Rockies.
Spenny, how you feeling going into this?
Need to sweep the Rockies for sure. I'm feeling pretty confident, honestly. If it was in Coors Field, I would have been a little nervous. Rocky top, but I am excited that it's at home. They should be able to sweep this team. I think they take care of business.
Pizza,
Yeah, me and Nick
bitch.
were kind of talking about it before the show. They really can't lose anymore. They can't keep winning these series 2-1. You got to sweep, especially a team like the Rockies. The Twins just suck right now. They've lost like 5 games in a row. I think there's a chance they win tonight. But yeah, you got to go on like it. It's hard to say this, but you got to go on like a 5-game win streak somehow. Just do it.
Yeah, the young guys have been playing really well. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, football's back, so no, they're kind of on the back burner right now, but if they start taking over, I mean, there's nothing better than playoff baseball in Detroit when it comes to, Comerica Park being filled up, and we haven't had it in such a long time. That's all I ever wanted out of this team, so they're playing meaningful games in September. Here we are, and can we go out and get it? I hope so. It's still a long shot, but they got a shot, and that's all that I could hope for right now.
It's true.
Yeah, the one game I was going to go to is the one that got rained out. So I never really got to go to the
Rip
playoff game with the Tigers.
Rip.
Well,
The championship one, I should say.
Well,
that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash the like button for Easy in the wiener suit.
It's easy,
for
baby.
Nick, for Caleb, for Chris, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.